Um, in this video, I am going to solve a problem about volume or about solid of evolution, where I will be using two methods. 100 how to determine the volume. Okay. Here is the problem. Find the volume of the solid generated when the region bounded by the three curves y equal to x squared, x equal to y cubed, and x plus y equal to 2 is revolved about the x-axis. Okay. So let us denote this one as our curve number one. Our solution is curve number one. That would be y equals x squared. Our two is x equals y cubed, and 3 is x plus y equals 2. So to have an accurate figure, let us first determine the points of intersection. Okay. So points of intersection. Okay. Let us first consider, or let us first solve or determine the points of intersection of curve 1 and 2. Okay. So if you will examine curve 1 and 2, you cannot equate simply y equals y or x equals x. For curve 1, y lang. For curve 2, y cube. For x, you have x squared and then x. So instead, we'll equate this one. X squared against x squared. So x, x squared for curve 1 and then x squared for cube number 2. I mean curve number 2. So for 1, x squared is simply y. And for curve 2, our x is y cubed. So, and then square root. And so we have y equal to y raised to 6. I transpose y raised to 6 minus y equal to 0. So you factor out y, you y raised to 5 minus 1 equal to 0. Or simply, y equals 0 and y equals 1. So check. When y equals 0, x is also equal to 0. And when y is equal to 1, x is also equal to 1. Okay. Now, next, let's determine the points of intersection of 1 and 3. Okay. So for 1 and 3, if you will examine y, we can equate y. Y of 1 is equal to y of 3. So y of 1 is simply x squared. And y of curve number 3, you solve for y, it's simply 2 minus x. So you have 2 minus x. Okay. So you transpose, you have x squared plus x minus 2 equal to 0. And by factoring, you have x factors of 2, you have 2 and 1. And since positive ang sign sa middle term, 2 is bigger than 1, plus and then minus. So therefore, x equals negative 2 or x equals 1. Let's substitute. When x equals negative 2, either sa equation 1 or 3, 1 lang. When x equals negative 2, y is 4. And when x is equal to 1, y is also equal to 1. Okay. And the third one is equate 2 and 3. So if you will equate 2 and 3, x lang, x equals x. And so you have 2 and 3, okay. Y cube x equals 2 minus y. So you transpose y cube plus y minus 2 equal to 0. Okay. So this is a cubic equation. So let us use the calculator. Uh, we have mode 5 equation and then cube and input A, B, C, D. A is the coefficient of x cube. In this case, it's 1. B is the coefficient of the x squared term. In this case, we don't have any x squared term, so B is 0. B is 0. C, coefficient of the first degree term, y, so you have 1. And D is the constant, negative 2. Okay, so we have 1. So y equals 1. Now, actually, we have 3 roots. Okay, y cube man ta. The other root is imaginary. Okay? So we will disregard this value. So we only consider this one, y equal to 1. And if you will substitute the equation 2, when y is equal to 1, x is also equal to 1. No? This is y cube. Okay. So these are our points of intersection. So kung i-plot na to, if you will plot the graph, this one, x and y. Okay. Curve 1 and 2 will intersect at this one, this origin, and at point 1, 1. Let us say 1, 1. 1, okay. 1. Okay. Diha sila mag-intersect. Okay. The other point of intersection is negative 2, 4. So you have negative 2, 4 then. This one. Okay. So this is the 1 and 3. No, 1 is parabola man. Opening upward. Okay. X squared. Just opening upward and then line then. Then we have the second curve. Okay? So let us draw. Okay. Okay. This is our parabola. Um, okay. Y equals x squared. And then line. Okay. Line, no? Equation 3. Line. Dire siya. It will pass to this point and then this point. So, okay. Now, this line will intersect the y-axis. Okay. So, to determine this y-intercept, let's substitute x equal to 0 sa line. For this one, line man eh. So, pag y-intercept, x is 0, y equals 2. So, the line will pass to this point also. So, this is the line. Okay. So, this one is, the point is negative 2, 4. Yeah, 1, 1. And this is curve number 1, parabola. Curve number 3, line. For curve number 2, if you have this equation x equal to y cube, the graph is this. similar to S. Okay. So if you don't have any idea, you can make use of you can substitute certain points like when y is 0, x is 0. When y is 2, x equal to 8. So when y is 2, x equal to 8, somewhere here. No? So kung i-draw nimo, ano, concave downward, passing to this one and the origin. So let's just estimate. No? Assuming this is the curve. Uh, so this curve is x equal to y cubed. And this line, we have x plus y equal to 2. So therefore, this is our bounded region. Okay. Now, what would be the volume if you will revolve this area about the x-axis? Now, for this one, we can analyze two rectangular strips. The first one is vertical, the other one is horizontal. So, pag vertical strip, dapat your y up and y down must be consistent. Okay? Consistent siya. So, so if you will draw a rectangular strip sa left side, the conditions are this. Okay? The conditions are the upper value is a line, the lower value is this parabola. While sa right side sa y-axis, if you have this rectangular strip, the upper value is line, the lower value is the cubic equation, x equal to y cubed. Therefore, you have to split. You have to split kaya dili man consistent ang condition. So split there. So for this one, the limits are -2 to 0. For the red one, the limit is from 0 to 1. Oh. So let us label. This is y up. And this one is y down. Okay. And the thickness is dx. Dx and thickness. So the volume is this one. The volume is circular ring ang circular ring ang result. So the volume is pi outer radius squared minus inner radius squared. So we have this one pi integral of pi outer radius squared minus inner radius squared dx. Dx na natin. The limits ang sa x, ang limits will start from -2 to 0. For this one, -2 man. -2 up to here, 0. Okay. Plus the integral pi, this one, outer radius in general minus inner radius squared dx from 0 to 1. Okay, 0 to 1. So, what's our outer radius? It's simply y up because the x-axis is the center of revolution. So, you'll have this pi. The outer radius is simply y up. Okay? And our y up is line. Okay? Lines, so you solve for y, it's 2 and 2 minus x. 2 minus x squared minus inner. The inner edge is this, y down. Our y down is parabola. This one, parabola. And ang y niya is simply x squared. So, y lang isa, no? Y. And then square side and dx. Plus integral pi. The red one, this is y up. That's y up. And this one is y down. Okay. So the outer radius is y up, the inner radius is y down. So y up is line. So we have 2 minus x squared minus inner radius, which is y down. Our y is this. Down, no? Cubic. When you solve for y, that is x raised to 1/3. Okay. X raised to 1/3. And the basis is this. The basis is x equal to y cube. If you want to have y, dapat may raise ang cube. So what will you do is to raise this one to 1/3 para makancel ang 3. The result is 1 only, or y. No? Sa left side, erase also to 1/3. Therefore, your y is x raised to 1/3. Okay. So, if we have this y equal to x raised to 1/3, our inner radius is y down. This one, no? Y down. So that would be x raised to 1/3 squared dx. Okay. Sige. The limit of this one, for the red one, is from 0 to 1. Okay? So, we can simplify like integral of from, no, the limit is from -2 to 0. From -2 to 0, pi, and then expand. You have expansion of 2 minus x squared is 4 minus 4x plus x squared. X squared squared, so that's x raised to 4. dx, so it's -2. Plus integral from 0 to 1 of pi. You have 4 minus 4x plus x squared minus x raised to 2/3, 1/3 times 2 dx. So we may integrate this one. We may integrate it and then evaluate from lower to upper limits. But we can also use our calculator. And this one's pi 4x minus 4x dx. You have 2x squared x cubed over 3 minus x raised to 5 over 5. From -2 to 0 plus pi, you have 4x minus 2x squared plus x cubed over 3 minus 2/3 plus 1, that's 5 over 3. Over 5 over 3, and so we have 3/5 from 0 to 1. So you have pi. Let's use the calculator. Let's just calculate function. Sige, 4x, 4 alpha x minus 2 alpha x squared plus cube, cube over 3 minus alpha x raised to 5 over 5. Sige. 0, calc, 0. 0 sad, minus negative 2. Negative 184 over 15. Plus 5. Okay. 4x minus 2x squared minus 3/5 x raised to 5 over 3. Okay. Calc from 1, you have 26 over 15 minus 0, 0 sad. And so this becomes positive 184 over 15 pi plus 26 over 15 pi. Okay, so 184 over 15 plus 26 over 15. We have 14 pi. Okay. Now, next is we are going to use, you can see the result. Huh? So next is we are going to use a horizontal strip. So, pag-graph na to again. And so we have this parabola. And then we have this line 4, 2. And then we have this curve. Okay. So again, this is the bounded region. Okay. So this is 1, 1, then negative 2, 4. Now, if you're going to revolve this one sa x-axis, so we are going to split the area. There. Okay, so we have this one. Split it there. Because the conditions are this. For this one, ang right side is line, ang left side is parabola. Whereas this one, okay, ang right side is the cubic equation, the left side is a parabola. Now, we all know that for a hollow cylindrical shell, okay, ang volume is length or height times circumference times dx or dy. dx or dy. Depende sa problem. Now, usually, pag length horizontal, that's xr minus x left. Pag vertical, you have y up minus y down. So, we are going to use that. So, circumference, it's 2 pi r, di ba? Circumference is 2 pi r. Now, if the area is revolved about the x or the y axis, the radius is either x or y. So, in this case, For this one, the radius is simply y. For this one, it's y also. Okay? Now, you'll notice na for this one, okay, let's denote it 1 and 2. Okay. Now, for V1, okay, for V1, okay, the volume is x right minus x left, di ba? Okay. That's x right minus x left times 2 pi. The radius is, if you revolve this one about the x-axis, the radius is simply y, and then dy. dy mo siya. dy. Now, you will notice na our XL is a parabola. Sa parabola, the equation is this one. For the parabola, the equation is y is equal to x squared. So, when you solve for x, that's square root of y. Di ba? Pero pag square root, there are two values of x, plus minus. Like for this one, if y equals 4, x is plus or minus 2. So you have this one. X positive 2, x negative 2. Di ba? Oh. So since we are considering this one, the value of x nearing a side is negative. So, pag dv sa dv. So pag integrate, and so we have v, our x right is line. Okay? Line. So, ang x sa line is simply this one. Ang x sa line is 2 minus y minus, okay, minus x left. Our x left is parabola. Di ba? Plus minus square root of y. But since naman to sa left side, negative man yun. Negative man ng x sa second grad. So, negative square root of y. Okay? Dy. Ang limit sa to sa y is from this one, 1 to 4. So, makuha na to ang V1. Let's just use, let's have a direct solution na lang using yung calculator. Integral of, sorry sir, times 2 pi y. Kulang pa, kulang. Times 2 pi y dy. So, sa calcio, we have 2 minus x, this is plus na, plus square root of x times 2 pi x times 2 pi x. A limit is from 1 to 4. You have 64 over 5 pi. Now for V2, this one, so we have integral of x right. Our x right is the cubic equation, and pag cubic equation, x is equal to y cube. So therefore, y cube, our x right, y cube minus x left. Again, our x left is the parabola, but since nasa sa second quadrant, minus, so, that's negative square root of y times 2 pi y. So this is length of strip, circumference na dy. The limit is from dy mata from 0 to this one, 1. Okay? So solve, this is v1. Okay, let's solve for V2. V2 is integral of y cube x cube minus, sorry, plus na square root of x times 2 pi x dx, 2 pi x from 0 to 1. Okay, it's 3.7699110077. The total volume, if we add V1 plus V2, so for this one, plus 64 over 5 pi, the answer is 43.98229704. If we check 14 pi, this is also equal to 43.98229711, huh? 14 pi, 22971597. Similar lang, eh? I mean, the same. Let's compute again. Integral of 2 minus alpha x plus square root of alpha x times 2 pi alpha x from 1 to 2. 1 to 4, sorry. 1 to 4. 64. Let's save this one. A. Okay. And then integral of cube plus square root of x times 2 pi x from 0 to 1. 7691170. B. So alpha A plus alpha B. 7 0. Same lang. 9 8. So it depends on you what method you're going to use or what rectangular strip you're going to use. So if you will use a vertical strip, it will result to a, or you will get a circular ring. But if you will use a horizontal strip, when revolved about the x-axis, you will get a cylindrical shell. And they have the same answer. So I hope that you have learned something from this one. And thank you for watching.